guys, it's Deanna with Stitches Quilting, and we are so glad to be live on today. We were out of town and doing a whole bunch of stuff, but we have officially gotten ourselves to where we are home and getting everything done. So we are actually going to sew together the Love Quilt Block right now. This is the Love Quilt Block in a blue setting right here. So this was one of the original ones that we did. And then, but right here is the Love Quilt Block right here. And this is what it looks like. And it's like an X and an O that you can see in this. So we've got an X and an O. And then it has like a circle, you know, that's going around right there. Oh, sorry, I need to hold this up higher for you guys. I'm sorry about that. So, but we have an X and an X right there, and then an O. And when I long armed it, I went ahead and long armed it in such a way that it accentuated those X's and O's. And I have pictures of that online. So, but we'll go ahead and share that. So let me go ahead and get started here. And we're going to switch the camera to the overhead camera. So let me go ahead and switch that for Facebook and YouTube. And let me show you what we exactly were doing. And for Instagram, I'm going to just kind of point you over a little bit. We do have a prize that people are going to be winning at the end of the video today. Let me also show you this great Yeti cup that Corey got me. Hi, Dolores. Hi, Della. Hi, Crystal. The trip to New York was amazing. It was very, very, very exhausting, but it was very amazing. And it was just so wonderful seeing all those kids perform just nonstop, and but it was really, really neat. So, and I'll share more about it. But let me show you something that Corey got me. He got me this wonderful mug. Let me go ahead and pull this over a little bit more so you guys can see the cutting area. But he got me this Yeti mug right here. And this Yeti mug, actually, he put a Stitches Quilting logo on there and had it like sandblasted. Isn't that interesting? And then on the back, he says, "May the work of your hands delight the soul." So he did that on the back of it, and then this on the front. Isn't that so sweet? So this is what I've been trying to drink water from and actually be a little bit healthier. We're going to give away some Band-Aids today, and I'm going to open them up and just make sure you guys have an assortment of some, but we'll have some different winners win actually Band-Aids. So we're going to do that in just a minute, and I will show you what that looks like in just one moment. So give me just a second. So, but what we're going to actually be doing, so at the end of the video, I know Corey is so sweet. That Yeti, he had it, I guess it was sandblasted was how he was able to do that. So it's really a pretty fun thing. So we just have a really simple XO quilt block that we're working on here. And you can see I've laid out the quilt block the way that it should be. Let's go ahead and open up. Here's the Live Well Live Strong Quilt book, or what I have put in the book. What do you have, Jake? Is everything...
some pages are working, some pages aren't.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to... Okay, that's fine. We don't have to have it everywhere. So that sounds wonderful. In fact, you know what, Bud? I will take care...
I'm going to go take...
You will go take them? Okay, so Jake's helping me here. And I'm going to do a real quick little thing here in a minute. But I wanted to show you, this is where the pattern is in the book. Here is the Love Quilt Block section, and that's what we're actually stitching. When I actually stitched the original pattern, I stitched it with blues. And I mean, so it's a really lovely quilt block with grays and blues right there. You can see it finished. But I changed it to reds and pinks later with the finished quilt. So there's so many different ways. I'm actually doing this quilt as black and white and lots of different colors here. So let's see here. How is everybody doing? Oh, I'm not on YouTube? Are you kidding? That's unfortunate, but that's okay. We can upload this to YouTube. So let's go ahead and lay this here, and I'm going to show you. This is a pretty easy quilt block to actually post together. Or to stitch together, and so, you know, I think that this is one that you guys can easily figure out, but it's always fun to get on and talk about love and to do all that. So we're going to just go ahead and go through the simple parts of this quilt block. So So once again, I'm using white thread, just a white Aurifil thread. I'm going to put these right sides together. And so what are some important things about love, you guys? What are some important things about love? I'd love to get your input on everything because this will just be a really fun block. But what are some important aspects of love in the world? What do you guys think? There's self-love, there's loving yourself, right? And if you're not loving yourself, so I'm putting these two right sides together, you can see here. And then I'm going to just go ahead and string feed these. And then we're going to sew those 4 actually together. So let's go ahead and let me bring over my mat. And let's press this with the iron. So this is my pressing mat I'm using here. Has anyone tried out the wool pressing mat? I would love to try that out sometime. I'm going to have to check those out, but I just use this Cricut pressing mat because I use it with my other Cricut things, but I've heard that the wool mats are wonderful. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just take these blocks right here and put them together. So hi Sandra, hi Catherine, hi Joyce. Oh Sandra, I am so sorry. You lost your husband. Oh, may all of our love go out towards you. I am so sorry. And let us distract your mind and everything else. And I am so sorry. We are here to just love you up and to be a community. And I think that's one of the most wonderful things about Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram is the ability that we have to be a community. So my heart and prayers and my thoughts are just going to totally be with you. So let's go ahead. I put these 2 squares together, and then I'm going to go ahead and just stitch these along. Oh, Sandra, my heart is with you. So let's talk about love. So love, I think, lasts forever. And I think the love that is imprinted in our hearts by someone that we do love. So for example, my mother passed away. And I know that I can still feel the love that she had for me, and that resonates in me. And that love is a part of who I am and the things that I do. Jake, will you make sure that that what's his name gets there?
Yes.
Okay, because I want to just make sure that they're all getting there. So let's go ahead and open this up. So we've got these 4 square is in the center of this block. So let me press it real fast. Okay, here we go. So, and I think that's, so one thing that we need to remember is we love our grandchildren and we love our children. Those feelings of love, bye guys. Those feelings of love stay with all of those people for such a long time. So, and the way that my mom interacted with my kids as a grandmother is really modeled an example for me. So remember that parts of you are the love that we share and we express are actually love that will be shared then for many different generations, because there's many different ways and different types of ways that we feel love, and they say that there's the different love languages, right? So Corey loves gadgets and he loves to give me different gadgets. And I love quilts, but I don't always need to give him a quilt every single time, right? But what we need to do, so here we have this section sewn. So I'm going to go ahead and sew this in rows right here. So, but what we need to do is also be sure to express love with people the way that they need to feel that love. So not only just loving people, but doing loving things and keeping our word, say with people, or and with our family members or other things that are going on. My mom was a really hands-on grandma and just loved getting on the floor and playing with my boys, and that's just something I so appreciated, and my boys just loved her so much for that. So her example is something that then, how she shares and showed love is a way that I share and show love. So it is something that reverberates through generations, and it goes on for long periods of time. Now, there are times we have to love with boundaries, right? So here we've got this one section completed. So now all I'm going to do is complete this section right here and complete this section right here. And then this will all be stitched together, and we'll sew all 3 sections together. So one thing about love is that sometimes we have to set healthy boundaries, but we don't have to let people necessarily know that we're setting boundaries. So for example, if there's somebody that we know that's dishonest or gossips a lot, we can still be really good friends with them and love them, but we know that we can set a healthy boundary of not sharing very many personal things with that individual, and just kind of having a relationship that is a little bit, hi Robin, it is amazing that we can love someone that we've not actually met in person, and can share in their joy and their sadness. Prayers and love extended to Sandra. And Sandra, I think that is so true, that even though we haven't met in person, how much we love you and how much we are so grateful to have you in our lives. And I have to tell you, I'm grateful to have every single one of you guys. But yes, it is amazing how we can, be pen pals and be friends on social media and all of those types of things, and what a difference that makes in our families and on ourselves and in our souls. So it really is important. Yes, we definitely do. So, but yes, we can love people from a distance, and we can still enjoy seeing that person. We can still enjoy spending time with that person, but we just set healthy boundaries with them. And that is another quilt block for the Live Well, Live Strong Quilt is actually boundaries is a quilt block. And setting healthy boundaries with really your own life and with other people. And so we'll talk more about boundaries for that quilt block. That is coming up right before the strength quilt block. So, but this, right now we're doing, and you guys, I will go live tomorrow morning. I'll go live at 8 o'clock in the morning. And so if you want to go ahead and set your schedule to that, then you will actually know, when I'm going live, and we're going to make the shine quilt block. So I apologize for the schedules. Oh, I went a little off. Can you see that right there? I went a little crooked on that. I must have gotten a little bit too excited. But so we're going to go ahead and do that for the shine quilt block tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. And we're going to get that one done. So maybe, should we do 8:30 in the morning or 9 o'clock? I think 8:30 sounds good for those of you that live back east. So I think that might be a good time, because that'll be actually earlier. And then I'm actually going to go on a quilt gonna go join up with my quilt guild for the Salt Lake City Modern Quilt Guild, and we're going to be dyeing fabric. So I'm going to learn how to dye fabric that I can hopefully come home and teach all of you guys. So now remember, service is a part of love, right? So performing service for others is another aspect of love that we don't want to forget about. So, and as we serve others, we're able to love ourselves a little bit more, and to learn how to love others, and to be, I'm actually going to nest my seams right here, as you can see, and I'm going to put a pin right here. You can stitch these with all of your seams open. You can do it however you want. But you want to go ahead and just match up those seams as you're putting together this quilt block, which is a very, very simple quilt block. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. But service is a really important aspect of love too. And being able to serve others with the bounty that we have, whether it's with our time, whether it's listening to somebody, whether it's just giving someone a simple smile. On the Hope Quilt Block blog post, there is a really fun story in there, and there's actually a short little video snippet there. I should actually probably do a quick link, so if you guys want to go, what should I do? Anyways, there's a link of where somebody was so kind-hearted, but random acts of kindness and service can really help with love, and can really help brighten somebody's day, and to help them feel loved too. So, but one time I went and returned a ton of items all in one day. I'm really bad about returning items to stores, but then I feel slothful if I keep them around. and I don't return items that I'm actually not going to use. So this one day I went to like 6 different stores, and it's usually a painful day. I guess if I would just do it a little bit faster and not leave it to just one whole huge long day. But I went and I had been putting all the cash in the back pocket of my pants. And then what happened is that when I got to the last store, which was Hobby Lobby, all of the cash fell out of my back pocket. And I was just so discouraged. I was like so mad at myself that I wasn't more careful with my money, because I was running in and out of stores. And so I didn't put it back in my wallet. I was just running fast, like from one store to another. And I went out to my car, and there in my car was bundled up the cash with a piece of paper. And someone said, I found this money flying around your car, and here it is. And it was a lot of cash too, you guys. But that happened to me here in Utah. But those random acts of kindness really make a difference in people's lives. So I think that's a really important thing to do. So let me go ahead. Let's open this up. What other things? Also, love spreads love. So whenever they did that for me, that helps spread more love along the path of life and in the world. Let's go ahead and press this now so it looks really nice and flat. I'll move this over, and let's go ahead and press this. And so the seams we'll set the seams a little bit. But so love begets love, doesn't it? So as we love other people, and as we are kind and gentle and not judgmental of people, when they feel that genuineness from our own heart and souls. I feel like there's a pin in there. There is a pin in there. It's right here. Let me get that out. Where'd my little pin go? Where's the head of the pin? Oh, it's right there. Okay. But when they feel that we're genuinely care about them, it makes a really big difference. And there are ways to genuinely care and love others. So share with me, if you guys can, a way that you think helps people feel genuinely loved and helps people feel genuinely that you care about them. So sometimes that's an important aspect, is to be genuine with our love and with the way that we interact with people, and the way that we and the way that our hearts are. So let me know, what are some different aspects? Oh, Dolores, a friend of yours, went to a dyeing fabric class, and I cannot wait. You guys, I'm so anxious to see. So let me switch the camera back to the front view for you guys. Okay, here's the block that I made. Let me figure out which side to put this on and move this way. Sorry, guys. But here's the quilt block. And I think it's just so lovely. And it's just a simple X. And you can see the O that is in there. And what I did when I machine quilted this is I did lines that went down this way. Several different strong lines, and lines going this way. And then a O in the center is what I did as I machine quilted the quilt, and it really definitely accentuated it so it looks like a Love Quilt Block. So this is a quilt block. This whole pattern is available. It's called the Live Well Live Strong Quilt Block. We have only got, how many more quilt blocks to finish now? We've got Shine, we have Grow, Boundaries, Belonging, and Strength. We have 5 quilt blocks left, and then we will be finished with this quilt, and we will start another sew along. So for those of you that would like to purchase a pattern, go right ahead. But I'm also going to be helping those of you that have finished your quilts to actually finish your quilt, and that's going to be a lot of fun too. And then there's going to be another version of this quilt that's for all of you guys that originally purchased the pattern. Then you'll get an additional pattern of the little, we're going to make this quilt block be about this big right here, maybe about 4 inches by 4 inches, and that's going to be through paper piecing, and we're going to have a lot of fun with that. Any other thoughts that we have about love and the things that we want to do? But love gets more honey, and you get more things by being sweet and kind. And also, if you have a difficult trial in your life, sometimes if you approach that from a place of love, or a difficult thing that you have to face, if you face that difficult tragedy of say with my son Luke, I had to take him to the hospital. I didn't want to take him to the hospital, but I love him so much that I knew I had to take him to the hospital, and I knew that was what was for his best needs. And so instead of doing it from a place of fear, I did it from a place of love. And I took him there, and I held my head up high, and I held it high with dignity, and I did it in a pleasant way so that he wasn't scared and he wasn't overwhelmed. And then when we both went there, it wasn't a place of fear or a place of being scared. So if you have a tricky situation, if you can figure out a way to make yourself come from a place of love, it gives you a much different disposition and a different way to kind of approach the things that you're struggling with or that might be difficult in your lives. And so I think that that's something that has helped me and comforted me as I've had to face difficult times. Like, for example, when I got divorced, I was scared. I was definitely scared, and I had to rebuild what my dreams were, and I had to rebuild everything. But I didn't want I loved my kids so much that I knew that I was going to do it with dignity, and I took it then, I twisted it from a place of love. And as you change things from a place of love and just focus on the good things and the powerful things that have happened in your life and the way that you can move forward and the things that you can have confidence in. So I think those are all really great ideas. I'm so anxious to hear all of your tips and all of your things and the things that are going on in your lives. But let's go ahead. I think that's long enough a video. I'm really sorry that this didn't upload to YouTube, but let's go ahead and get some winners declared for this. What other thoughts do you guys have for love and for things to be sharing that should be going in the worksheets and things like that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send each one of you guys, the people that win, some great Band-Aids. So you're going to get 8 Band-Aids here. And so they're going to be like this, and you're going to get one of each one. And I love these Band-Aids. There's one that says actually love right here, and there's some that have buttons on there. And so hopefully this is like sending my little, and then sewing mends the soul. So, and then like a little thing here. So you'll get a set of 8 of these, and I will ship these out. So let's go ahead and let me look at the people that have been here. And then I will pick out some people from YouTube, because I'll post this over on YouTube, and we'll get people picked over on YouTube too. So anyway, so let's go ahead and go with Vicky Kopats. Can we, Vicky, if you're still on, that's from Facebook. So I'm going to put on here Facebook, and this is for the Band-Aids. So Band-Aids right here. And then let's go ahead and do, let's see here. How about Lucy Long? So Lucy Long, let's do Lucy Long on Facebook. And let's pick one more. How about Deborah Caldwell? So we'll do those 3, and then I will go through YouTube because I'll have to manually upload it. And then we will figure that out. Now let's go ahead and figure out Instagram. And I got to write on here Band-Aids so that then when this gets shipped by one of the team members of Stitches Quilting, that it for sure gets done. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and go to Listen, Love, and Creativity. I agree. So that's M. Blady Jane. I'll go ahead, and what you guys need to do is send me your addresses through Messenger and or through email. So, and if you have thoughts about love or things that we should be sharing about, you can email me at Deanna@stitchesquilting.com. So, and let's choose somebody else. And we've got Robin Bowler. So let's go ahead and do Robin too. So that looks pretty good for today. So I hope, so Band-Aids, Instagram this. So I've got the notes right, and I'll upload this to YouTube, and we'll get our YouTube people that are on there. So you guys, thank you so much. I absolutely love this quilt, and it means so much to me, and I hope you guys can feel that it genuinely is coming from my heart. And I'm so excited that we're talking about the shine block this week too, because shine is just such an amazing part of our lives, and we do want to shine the light that is within us that and to shine it out and to share it with others. And that shine can be also other things. It can be shining our light. It can be lots of things. So I'll be on live tomorrow. This is the shine block right down here, and I will demonstrate how to stitch together the shine block tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And so that's what we'll be doing tomorrow morning. And and I'll be back on with more prizes for you guys to win. So turn on your post notifications and subscribe to the different channels, or however you'd like to do that. And I'm so glad, and I just want you guys to know that all of you guys mean so much to me. And Sandra, we love you so much. And in fact, Sandra, I'm going to go ahead and ship you an entire box of these cute little Band-Aids for all of our love to go to you. And I'll throw in some extra little things in there too. So we'll definitely get these things to you. And you know, we just need to love each other and love everybody that's around us. And tomorrow we'll talk about shine. So you guys have a good evening, and we'll talk to you a little bit later. Have fun. Bye.